for instance, Shaq. If Shaq was in this league in his prime, in this current league in his prime, he would probably average 20 to 30 dunks a game. That's 60 points. Couldn't nobody stop him. They couldn't touch him.
Shaq would be the same player he was back then. He'd be the most dominant player in the league.
He would still miss his free. He still would miss his free throws. He still would miss his free throws, but he would. I mean, it would be so crazy in the league today for him and Kobe to be on the same team. With Robert Horry out there shooting, Derek Fisher out there shooting, all these guys out there shooting with Shaq and Kobe, it will be ridiculous. You cannot use physicality in this game today.
Would they call that a super team? Do you think that people would call that a super team?
I wouldn't call that a super team because everyone back then knew how to play their roles. You had role players. Now, Dennis Rodman, he was a great defender, but he was a Horace Grant replacement. Horace Grant couldn't get into people's heads like Dennis Rodman can. Dennis Rodman's game was get in your head. Then he out-rebounded. He do all crazy things to you to the point where you no longer playing the game, and he's dominating now because you're not in the game mentally. That was part of his game. But he was a replacement, and a lot of people say that Mike them had this stacked team. Okay, all those role players. Dennis was a role player. Like, he came just to rebound. Anything else he give us great. Horace Grant was a rebounder who had a little 5-6 foot jumper. Jordan used that to his advantage. Horace went to Orlando to help them win, which they couldn't do. So to say that the players back then that, like, I know a lot of players that was great, that's in that top that you say they still got some players.
Top 75.
Some of these players today do have better skills than a lot of those players back then, but you can't count out the ones that actually had the skill that could come in this era and post up. I know Sam Cassell in his prime could come in this league and post up a big man. Post him up.
Yeah, but
a big guard, post him up and score at will. Do you think
that that's going to win games, though? Do you think that that's going to win? Because the game is so much faster now.
Man, you'd be surprised.
There's not the post-ups like that.
I'm going to say this. Back in the day, the Bulls in the playoffs wore black jumpers to make them look slower.
How does black make you look slower?
On the basketball court, they wore black shoes to make them look slower, even though how fast the Bulls was. Scottie Pippen can get back and forth. Mike can get back and forth up and down the court just as fast as any player today. LeBron shoot threes. LeBron muscle through. You know what I mean? If Shaq had of LeBron, he would then be considered the best, who couldn't play outside of the rim. Shaq game was all by the rim.
Shaq couldn't even shoot.
But if he
didn't shoot, he didn't have Statham or none of that.
That's why Kobe got mad at him.
But
that's why he's not the greatest of all time.
If he could get down, like, I mean, y'all say LeBron's the best, but if they allow,
what does LeBron not have?
If he don't have killer instinct, he don't have that I'm gonna take over this game defensively. He don't have it.
Done that. He's shown killer instinct. He's taking over the game defensively.